Back, evacuation of Indian students stranded in Tehran has begun, with the first batch of students from different universities leaving Tehran, moving towards the Qom city. There are hundreds of Indian medical students who are studying in Iran, and they've been appealing to the Indian government for help. Remember, the Indian embassy in Tehran has been issuing advisories asking all Indian nationals and persons of Indian origin to stay indoors and keep monitoring official channels. My colleague Rishabh is joining us with the latest update. Rishabh, are the airspaces in Iran open? Now the students are being brought back to safety, we're told. What are the details and what are the updates for the students who are studying in Iran being brought back to the country?
Well, Pratibha, if we talk about the Indian students, maximum students who are studying in Iran comes from the state of Jammu, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and the Jammu Kashmir Student Association have been, speaking to External Affairs Ministry. But the geography of Iran is such that, you cannot evacuate, Indian students via road, and air evacuation or maritime evacuation is the only solution there. Given that maritime evacuation was difficult, because movement from Tehran to coast would have been an issue. So India waited for the airspace to open. Now that the airspace has been partially opened, India has begun its evacuation. In last 3 days, Indian embassy in Tehran has ensured that all the students, all the Indian nationals who are in Tehran or in a country of Iran should be in touch. A telegram group was also formulated. There were emergency numbers which were given. The database of all Indians were collated, and now the evacuation has begun, given that the agencies believe that this conflict between Israel and Iran will have a long haul.
Okay, all right. So as per the latest details that have come in, they've been asked to requesting everyone in Iran to join Telegram links, trying to get in touch with them. The embassy has also issued emergency helplines for the Indian nationals. Rishabh, how many Indian nationals are currently present in Tehran? Any details on whether the embassies have got in touch with all the individuals and all of them are being evacuated?
Well, Pratibha, how does the evacuation work? See, it is virtually impossible for the High Commission or the embassy in any country to get in touch with every individual. So, in general, what happens when it comes to Indian nationals in any country is that embassy creates community leaders, and once these community leaders are created, it's their prerogative to be in touch with every individual under their responsibility. So, batch-wise evacuation takes place, and that's what is happening in Tehran as well. Batch-wise evacuation has begun, and the embassy in Tehran is in touch with these community leaders to ensure that, and when we say community, it is basically a group of people in one area. For example, in Western Tehran, there will be two community leader who will be in touch with embassy. Any message will be passed through those two members of the community by the embassy, and in turn they will go on and speak to the individuals under their responsibility. So batch wise things have begun. The exact numbers are still not very clear, because remember, there are students, there are a lot of businessmen as well from India, business personalities as well from India in Tehran, given that India and Iran has a lot of business interest as well, with the Gwadar port being worked up, Chabahar port, being worked upon. Many technicians are also there from India, so a lot is there, and a lot of Indians are there, and evacuation is not going to be an easy task. But Indian embassy and Indian government has begun evacuating the students on priority for now.
Okay, all right, Rishabh, thank you for joining us with those details. So students are being evacuated. The embassy also putting out a message that they are continuously monitoring the security situation and engaging Indian students to ensure their safety. With that, let's shift our attention now and speak about the larger conflict that is at play here.